Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, I've lived in my house for, roughly 20 years. And for 20 years I've had a light switch in the back room of my house that I had no idea what it went to. Well, I finally decided that, you know what, I have to know after 20 years. So I hooked up a wire tracker and tracked it down. And it turns out that my house was pre-wired for exterior security lights, and mine comes into the eave of the house right over here. So now that I've solved the mystery, of course I feel obliged, to put a light up there, because how have I lived without it this long? So I immediately dispatched my wife, and she went to her favorite biggie box retailer and bought an LED security light. Yeah, so we're gonna get it hooked up today, but I'll show you what we've got. Put a little light on the subject for you. Mounted up here. I've already got this handy dandy J box that's wired. Not a whole lot of room to work, but what I want to do is pull it down here, mount light, run a conduit down, mount the light over here, because again, I've already gone 20 years without it, so need to put a stop to this. Start living life on the wild side, I guess. Alright, here's some of the stuff that I rounded up. I've gone ahead and cut a piece of 1/2-inch EMT, and I just used a tubing cutter. You can use a chop saw, hacksaw, sawzall, whatever your flavor is, but I just cut a piece that I know is more than ample, and we're gonna go up there, drill us a hole. Once we decide the height, we want to be out below this fascia, and but as high as possible. So the I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe a foot, something like that, because this area immediately behind is the area where we let the dogs go to the bathroom, so pretty frequently they're out here in the evenings. And I'm kind of happy it's she picked up an LED, so hopefully I won't be changing them like I have to do on these. Like up there's a halogen, and over there's a couple more little halogens, and those things are great. They're bright. There's no warm-up time. You turn the switch on and they're on. But the the problem is they frequently go through bulbs, and they're not very energy efficient. So hopefully with the LED we're gonna kill two birds with one stone, or three, because we're gonna get a light out here and have something that's a little more economic to run. Plus it has a little motion sensor and that kind of stuff on it. And but the biggie for me is they advertise they last for years and years and years. I can honestly say I've not had that type of luck, but if I get a portion of that, it's still probably longer than what the standard halogens last. So let's get crack-a-lacking. And so I guess the first thing we need to do is get us a mark for where we need to run our strip. And I think we're going to require a little bit of offset, but nothing too extreme. that's made us enough of a mark that we should be good to go. Now, one thing I will warn you about, obviously I'm going to have to cut this down again, but anytime you cut this stuff, make sure you deburr the inside, because otherwise it's just going to cut the jacket on your Romex. So checker for fit. Oh yeah, look at that. I think we'll be in for that. Now all there is to do is set you and cut this down to more of an appropriate size. Alright, got a brand spanking new Tapcon. It's a 3/16. Must be something going on with the chuck, because that's the second bit. It's slipped down. this is the end. It's going to go through the load locker and into that box. Once I get that ran, then I'll know what my length is here to cut, and do the same thing, strip it back. That should be plenty. But I'll bring you back once I manage to get this connection up here made, because it promises to be a little bit of a pain just for access. All right, well, rain happened. Had to take a little break to let her water things down. But you know, it's Florida. All right, well, where I'm at now is I'm trying to get the load locker. Trying to get the load locker off the J-box, or you know, get the wire fed into the J-box. We just got the front cover off. It's a real pain in the butt because the box is not mounted, so it moves around, and you know, it's pretty confined space. So trying to feed a screwdriver over there to turn it, of course, when you push, it moves the box. So, but it is what it is. We'll get it worked out, and I'm going to go back to knocking around with that, and then I'll bring you back once I get that. Alright guys, well, we've had a couple more showers. So, here's where we are. Only thing I've moved on to is I've gotten the wires pulled and this bracket installed. So, this fixture is kind of interesting in that it mounts like this, and these pins are the contacts. It actually has 3 prongs that reach and touch in there. itself doesn't seem really very rigid, but I guess, you know, how rigid does it need to be? I guess we'll find out when hurricane season rolls around if it's rigid enough. Well, that's it, guys. Knocked another thing off the list, and the only thing left to do now is to test her out and see how she does. Ta-da! Well, we'll have to wait till this evening to do a little fine tuning on her, how it's pointed, so I think I'm gonna leave the ladder in place. But yeah, looks like it ought to work out. Have a good one, guys.